Hello and welcome to Interactive Distractions, episode number 529. My name is Chris Riccio, and I am here with Geoff Jordy.
What up, everyone?
And Jason A. Stryker.
Yo, hello.
How's it going? Let's see. We are doing distractions today. We got some news because Gamescom happened this week, or it's happening. So we're going to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Is it over? Okay, I wasn't sure if it ended today or tomorrow.
Jesus Christ! I couldn't take all the announcements.
And then we got a game to give away today too.
Yes,
so we're
we
gonna do that.
Yeah.
But first we got to see what's going on at the table. Geoff, how are you, buddy?
I am good. I did something this past weekend that's been on my bucket list for a while that I've never done. Yeah, I did tubing down a river.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was. We went.
Was there alcohol involved? Because there should have been alcohol involved.
No.
Okay.
No one really drinks that went much really. My brother-in-law will have the odd beer here and there, and I don't drink anymore. And Tanya rarely ever drinks. And we went with our nephew.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went down there. I could see how it would be fun with alcohol, though. Definitely. If you brought like a floating cooler or something strapped into the tube.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was fun, man. It was kind of relaxing. It was like an hour and a half drive, and we went out there and just kind of you had to pay to rent the tubes and stuff like that, but it wasn't too bad.
Then you just kind of float down the river. Just
floated down the river. Wasn't busy or anything because it was like on a Friday. There's other people, but nothing crazy. I would definitely do it again for sure. We could have done another run down it, but we didn't want to get stuck in like crazy traffic heading back to Toronto. So we did the one that took like about an hour and a half to get down the river.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a lot of floating.
Sorry?
That's a lot of floating.
It was a lot of floating, yeah. There's cool, like fun little rapid parts that were really fun.
Yeah.
What wasn't so fun is because we haven't had a lot of rain in a while, so the water level was lower than usual, and my ass got dinged by a few rocks going through those rapids, and I was like, oh, that was not comfortable at all.
Got
or you get kind of stuck. Yeah. Yep. Luckily our tubes did have like kind of like a bottom of it. You can get like one with like a bottom or one without. So we got the one with the bottom.
Good
but
move.
Still, you're going at some good speed sometimes and you're just like boom, like ow. You get stuck every once in a while, but it wasn't a big deal. You just kind of like kick yourself free or whatever. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I could definitely see like years ago if I went going with some buddies and just doing multiple runs and just seeing how many beers you could finish in like a run or something. I don't know. Just
yep.
Yeah, so
just chilling.
The river, like tubing down the river, is something that we've done a couple of times to celebrate big successes at work, just like as a team. And it always involved drinks. And
oh yeah.
The last time I got really, really drunk, that's what it was. with all the people I work with. So,
yeah,
and
I can see that, Ben.
I don't think I've ever floated down a river without alcohol.
Yeah.
There's a picture of me somewhere with one of the dudes that I worked with, Mark, and each of us is on one side of like an Incredible Hulk statue, like rubbing his nipples. So yeah, it gets a little weird, but it's all right. It was fun.
I can see that, definitely. But other than that, my week off's come to an end, so back to work on Monday.
Oh man,
yeah, we did an escape room too this week, which was fun with the niece and nephew.
Nice.
In-laws. We did a lot of stuff with the niece and nephew and our in-laws, which was a lot of fun. Like we had a lot of pretty much every day, every second day, we did something with them, with the kids. It was a good time. Yeah, cool. So that was a fun time, and that's pretty much it, really. Yeah. What about Jason?
Nothing crazy to report. I do have a new handheld.
What is
another one?
Yeah. This is a Retroid Pocket Classic.
Yes. Nice.
This is I had one of these before, but it was only a 4-button model. And I didn't like the color that they had for the 6-button, which is what I really wanted. But now they came out with a black version of it, so I'm like,
nice,
totally hop on that.
Nice.
It's got a super nice OLED screen and shit. It's very comfy, and I'm filling it with ROMs and scraping media as we speak. So it's got
Nice.
about
Good stuff.
5,000
As you
more
should be.
files to go. No, 2,000 files.
Damn.
That's all.
Well, each entry, each game has like 6 different things that it downloads. So it does like
you have the
screenshot.
ROM,
Well, not the ROM, like
screenshot.
the media, the screenshot, like a video.
Yeah,
I download
like
those
cover
as well.
art.
Yep. Yeah, all that stuff. So that kept me busy most of the day yesterday. Other than that, no, chilling. How about you, Chris?
Good stuff. Geoff, you were mentioning Escape Room and Toobin down the river, and I mentioned that's stuff that we do for work celebrations. We were planning a couple more of those. So we the project that I've been working on for the past like 9 months or so went live last month. So we finished that up. And we're celebrating by basically, and I told my director this, and I'm like, listen, I'm just giving everybody a day off and we're going to Six Flags. And he's like,
we're going to rub some nipples.
Rub some nipples.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Go rub some old nipples. But yeah, he was on board with it. So right now, that was the original plan was Six Flags. And the problem is that you can't, like, you don't want to go to Six Flags in the summer, right? It's super crowded. It's fucking hot. Like, it's awful.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, let's see if we can do August or September. August,
Booked.
it's only weekends. It's only weekends. So, and I was like, I think that's kind of a lost cause. And I went and checked the calendar the other day, and they're starting to open up on Fridays for Halloween. So they start that last week of September. So I put that out there to the team, and I was like, hey, we currently have it set for this date. Would you guys want to change it and go to Six Flags like we originally planned? And it looks like the majority is leaning that direction. So
cool.
Nice. That's probably going to be end of September. And then we had, because we were doing that project for the past 9 months and the deadline was so, was rough. We didn't get to celebrate our last big thing. So we have another one planned for the week of Labor Day. So Labor Day is the 1st. So September 3rd. And we're going to Activate. Is that what it's called?
That's what I talked about last week.
I
literally talked about that last week.
I know, and that's why it was so interesting that they had brought it up, because I had gotten a couple of members of my team. I'm like, let you guys plan this out, like whatever you think the team would be interested in doing, go ahead and do it. And that's what they came up with, and I'm like, oh, cool, let's do that. So yeah, we're doing Activate on Wednesday afternoon after Labor Day. So that's good
a lot of
stuff.
fun.
So I'll have an update on, a second opinion on how that goes, because I know it's a bit more physical than I'm used to. So we'll see how that works out.
Can be, yeah. As physical as you want it to be, basically.
Yeah.
There's lots of opportunity to touch nipples, so should be fine.
No, this is a work function. Let me think. I think that's it though. So there's still a lot of, I don't know if we, no, that was all new this week. Have a lot of project related drama.
No one wants to hear about that.
Yeah, and I'm not going into it because it's not something I would say on the show anyway. But that has been a bit stressful. But I'm trying to veer things in a direction that will be advantageous for my team. So that's the hope that we can rely on. So we're gonna try and do that. But yeah, that's it. And then games. So let's talk about games. Geoff, you seem to be the one that keeps us afloat with new shit. What do we got this week?
New stuff, yes. Great stuff, questionable. So I have played quite a few new things this week, actually. Nice. I was in the mood for something new. I last week, I think I alluded to it, that I bought something kind of on a whim because I wanted something new to play while I was waiting for some more games to come out. And there was a game that came out called Echoes of the End. It's like a new developer being published by Deep Silver. They have like, I don't know, like a reputation, I guess. Like, you can kind of know what the quality is when you hear
you kind of know what you're
Silver.
getting into when you hear the Deep Silver name, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's
And it's usually fair to middling stuff, but
mhm,
it's never like horrible,
no,
right?
and this is not horrible by any
Great.
means whatsoever. It is it's a new developer out of Iceland,
Mm,
and so that's a new team. And basically, it's an action game. That's a one out. It's a straightforward action game. It is not a Souls like. It's not super hard to be hard. It is. You have sword. You have sword. You have magic.
so third person, is that what I
It's
saw?
third person.
Okay.
Third person. Yeah. You got to jump, a double jump,
Ooh,
and a dash, air dash, all the things you want in an action game.
I haven't heard juggle yet. Have we?
There is no juggles.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there's no air juggles, so I can't put it in the character action game realm. It's
Fucking Deep
strictly.
Silver.
It does have that deep silver, like it's got. It feels both floaty and kind of heavy at the same time, which doesn't really mesh well in certain times. Like the jump feels kind of floaty.
Hmm.
When you're moving your character, she kind of leans to the left or right, which is fine, but it doesn't feel like she's grounded into the ground properly, kind of. So
Mm.
it kind of looks a bit
Yeah, I
weird and
know what you
feels
mean.
off. Yeah, that type of thing. Storyline. Stop me if you heard this one before. It's about a world where there are magic users and not magic users.
Mm,
There's a faction of magic users who, of course, kind of want to take over. You play as a magic user who's grown up as one who was treated differently than other people in her family because she had magic and she's hurt people in the past with her magic. So she
oops.
separates herself from everyone and is kind of like
It's like Elsa from Frozen.
emo. Yeah, kind of
Mhm.
basically. Yeah. And she does have magic. She's got this telekinesis type stuff, which is cool. You can throw shit at enemies, throw enemies and enemies and things like that, and pull
Cool.
shit
All
out of the
right.
environment. Yeah, it's got some good puzzles and some very kind of lame puzzles. Some puzzles that are just there to be there. Like there's a number of times where you'll reach an area and be like, how do I get across this like river? And you just grab something and throw it in there. And you can tell they just threw it in there. Well, we haven't used this in a while, so let's just throw it in there. And it's fine. They don't
Yeah.
overdo it, but there's a lot of things like that. But there are some puzzles that are genuinely pretty good, and not none of them are hard, super hard. They're just well thought out. Some of them.
Hmm.
Um, there is a hint system that they can give you pretty quickly if you're having problems with a puzzle where you come in contact with. So the whole story is um, this faction basically steals your brother, kidnaps your brother, who's kind of like your apprentice. He's like your younger brother. Um,
Does
they
he have
wanted.
magic? Because I thought she was the only one with.
He does not have magic, from what I
Okay.
can gather. He no, but he knows the area really well. And they originally wanted to take you, but they're about to kill you because of your magic or whatever. And I can't remember exactly because it seems like it's been a while,
All right.
but anyway, he volunteers to show them how to get to this sacred spot or whatever. And she's of course like, no, don't. What are you doing? They take him. You're trying to go basically rescue him. You come in contact with a friend of your father's who is an older gentleman who's basically with you for this journey. So it's like there's two of you. Um, and
Okay.
it's not like what's it called,
Banished.
escort mission or anything like that. Like he's got his own AI. He helps you fight. And you can command him to fight as well.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
He's
So
not a
you
magic
can
user.
He
He's
is
not a
not a
magic user.
magic user. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's not. No, he's not a magic user. The way he's got this thing where he can like zap things with like electricity. So
okay.
he is not.
But
It's
So
not
you're the
he's
only
too
got
magic
he's
magical.
user.
got a skill set that you can
He
command.
does. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
exactly. Yeah. And it's got like a skill tree, very basic skill tree. It's nothing super crazy. It's more
Mhm.
stuff just to kind of feed you new stuff to do as you play the game, which is good. It adds like freshness every once in a while to the
Mhm.
combat. Uh, the combat at first kind of felt janky um, for a few reasons. The aim on your telekinesis stuff doesn't feel awesome. Sometimes you're looking at something and you got to pull down the left trigger. That basically activates your telekinesis. Then you hit the face buttons or trigger buttons to do the corresponding move with it. It just wasn't responsive at all times. Um, and the enemies kind of tend to come at you at once, sort of.
Mm.
So it seems pretty hard at first when you kind of get overwhelmed with enemies, but then you kind of learn to kind of prioritize the enemies that you're fighting, and then it becomes way more manageable. Like take out the fucking the guys who are shooting shit at you, because one, you can't really see them. It doesn't give you a great indicator when they are going to shoot at you,
I
and they
hate
can
that.
just take down your health. Like, and
Yeah.
you're just like,
Yeah.
I'm dead. So take them
And
at
they're
first.
harder to dodge, right? Because they're so far away usually.
Yeah, and then you kind of go for the lesser ones, then the bigger guys and stuff like that. But once you get a good kit, the combat is a lot of fun. It's just if a little bit janky because the animations don't flow amazingly into each other, um, and you can't really cancel animation. So you really have to, like, if you think you can only get in 2 or 3 attacks, do that, then dodge out of the way. So it does share that, I guess, with like modern action games like Souls likes, where it's not there's no cancelable moves. So,
Right.
but it's not super hard. After every battle and almost before every battle, you get to redo your health, like get your health regenerated. Um, there's no flasks or anything. You do have a ability that sucks the life from the enemies and gives you health, which is helpful. Um, that being said, it is a budget title. I think it's $40. Maybe it's 50. I don't know what it is there.
Mhm.
If I were to if you're gonna look at something like Banishers, like Ghosts of New Eden, and like Flintlock, it's definitely a step below that in regards to quality and how it's all put together. But
Okay.
it's definitely not like Wanted Dead or like Golem or anything like that. It's definitely serviceable and it's fun. And I found myself having a lot more fun with it the more I played. The first
Okay.
couple hours, I was like, "Oh, I don't know," and I saw a lot of glitches in the first couple hours, but I've seen less and less glitches the more I've gotten through. So I'm not sure if they're patching it. I did see one noticeable update when it said updating, but there hasn't been many huge glitches I've had since the first like maybe 3 hours of the game. So um,
Yeah, it's currently like a mixed review
I think it was in the
Steam.
60s when I got it.
Okay.
In terms of Open Critic, I think the average was the 60s, but I don't think it's as low. Maybe a 6.5 to a 7.
Mhm.
But if that's what I'd probably give it. I'm close to the end. I think I'm only a couple hours out from finishing it. So,
Hmm.
if I were to rate it for the public, I'd probably give it a 6.5 or so to a 7. But for me personally, I'd give it like a 7.5 because I think I had a lot of fun with it. And I think a lot of people will if jank doesn't bother you.
Right.
It's different
Yep.
jank than like Bethesda jank. It feels like an older school game. Um, it sometimes it looks really really good, and sometimes it doesn't look really good. It's very much all over the place, but the combat is fun. The voice acting is serviceable. The story is generic, but it's not super cheese or anything.
Mhm.
Boss
What's it
battles are
called again?
fun. Echoes of the End.
Echoes of the End.
Yeah, I think it's if you're looking for something like cheap to download and play over like course of a weekend or like a week, if like whatever, I would totally recommend it. Just know
Hmm.
going into it, it's not going to play like God of War or like I don't know, like Bayonetta, or even I don't know, like what's something like Wu Chang or anything like that.
Devil May Cry.
Definitely not. No, it's definitely not that tight.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's fun. I was pleasantly. I'm glad I bought it. It definitely wasn't one of those games where I bought it and like a couple hours later was like, well, that was a fucking waste.
Mhm.
I totally thought it was going to. I was like, I'm throwing my money away and the only reason I got it is because there's a couple people that I trust who kind of gave me an honest opinion of it. That I asked in like the socials, like be honest, because I couldn't find a review from a reputable site um,
Hmm.
at all. Any review I found on YouTube were clearly given a code, and a few people I saw in socials were clearly given a code too because they eventually said it, and because they would tag the developer like every post they did on it, and just like
Ugh.
like glazing
Oh
it. I'm
yeah.
just like, okay,
Yeah.
there's no way this game is that good because you would hear the bigger sites talking about it for sure.
Yeah.
But once I saw a couple people I trust like playing it, I'm like, yo, what's the lowdown on this? Like, is it gonna suck? Like, I can handle jank. Fill me in here.
Mhm.
I
They're like,
mean,
no, no, no.
it looks good. It just looks like a little rough around the edges. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's exactly what it is, and
So
it's a little
yeah.
more rough around the edges than your average B tier game. I would say
Okay.
it runs
Yeah.
fine.
Like
Like,
I just looked at it, like just a quick video. A couple of things that I noticed was
hmm,
Like she put her sword away, and you could still see the sword like outside the
Oh
sheath.
yeah,
Like just little
yeah.
things like that. Like that's
There's a
not.
lot of
But
stuff like
like
that.
the
Yeah.
combat looks weighty.
Mhm.
Like you're cutting off limbs and shit, and
Oh
Ooh.
yeah.
like it's
Her
like
finishers are
dude.
cool.
Yeah, dude, she straight up cut someone in half.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it
Oh,
looks pretty neat.
yeah.
Um,
And part of
and
the
the
glitch of
magic
that is you can cut
is
people in half, and sometimes you cut them in half when on the ground, but then their feet will be standing up. So it's that type of shit's funny. Like they'll be on the
yeah,
ground, you cut them in half, and then it's like whatever. It's not a big deal.
that's charming jank. I'm okay with that
Yeah.
kind of jank.
Yeah, there wasn't anything I didn't find anything game breaking, which is good. There's
Mm.
weird shit like your dude who's following you, he'll teleport. Like you'll be trying to figure out a puzzle to open a door, and then if you get kind of close to the door, he'll be teleported onto the other side of the door, already starting his dialogue or like thing for like, and you're like, whoa, and you
Nice.
back up, and then he's back with you. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's to me. I was telling somebody, it's like this team got together and we're like, okay, let's make a video game, but none of them have really made one on a certain level, and they had this like generic idea. They had good ideas. They managed to put it together with a bunch of duct tape, but it worked. So I think if they get a second
And it's the
opportunity,
high quality duct tape. You know,
it
it's the
is. It's a
really
very high
good duct
quality duct
tape.
tape. Yes. Every once in a while
Um,
it'll kind of fray and stuff, but it stays
yeah,
together.
I like that she's, using a sword in combat and mixing in the magic to kind of make combos and things like that. Like
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
it's it's very interesting looking. Like I will
It's
put this
yeah.
on my wish list and at least like check it out when
If
it's
it
on
on a
sale or
deep
something.
sale, if we're ever, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And it's got subscription service written all over it as well too. So
Mm.
I'm sure it'll come to something eventually. I hope they
nice.
do
Okay.
get another opportunity. I don't expect them. They probably didn't want like crazy sales for this, or whatnot. But if they get I think a decent budget, they can make the next game even better because the characters were kind of interesting. And there's another downer I have is there's not
And
really
it
any
looks good.
upgrades.
It's not like it looks
Like
bad, right?
it when it looks good, it looks really good. But there are times where it just kind of like there's some areas you can just tell they were like, let's just throw
Mm.
whatever the basic texture is we can on here, or yeah. But again, you're not really when you're just playing the game, and it's super linear. So there's a little bit things you can go off the beaten path and see, and that's where
How much time did it take you?
I think I'm at around 12 or 11 or 12 hours right now, and I'm
Mm.
pretty sure I'm coming up towards the end. So I've
Gotcha.
seen it's about 13, 14, give or take. So yeah.
Nice.
But yeah,
Okay.
no, I would totally recommend it if you can handle that stuff. It's fine. And if they might even patch even more stuff into it. So, but don't expect you to be upgrading your weapons, finding more weapons. You only have the sword. That's all you have throughout the entire game is the sword and
Oh,
the
really?
and your magic powers and your telekinesis
Mm.
stuff. So, but I mean that's all you really need. I never really got the hankering to be like, I really wish I had a fucking big hammer or something right now.
Some
Although
fucking
that would be cool.
nunchucks. Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
yeah.
I think what you said is important,
Mm.
Jeff. Like it's very possible that they're like my hope is that this is kind of like the start of something. Like it's very likely that they did just the sword because they're building the mechanics of what they would want for a future game. Like hopefully.
Yeah.
As and that's the thing. It's like I'm just watching some of the magic that you can use in the middle of combat, and it's really cool. Like she's
Yeah.
able to like grab someone from across the map and pull them towards her and then stab, and like that shit's cool. I like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you can do that. You can throw them into each other. You can throw rocks. You can use a vortex thing that smashes them all together. They fall. Then you can lift them all up with your hand and slam them back down to the ground, and then rush in there with the sword. And it is
Fucking
really
Jedi Outcast.
once it clicks,
Yeah.
it's like it's fun. I really liked it. So I'll probably have it
Cool.
done by next week, though.
You've
stuff, good stuff,
successfully
yeah.
managed expectations.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah. Don't go in thinking you're playing the next
Yeah.
like fucking action game.
I
of the
put it on my
year.
wish list, man. I put it on my
Nice.
wish list.
Nice.
All good.
What else? I played a little bit of Sword of the Sea. I booted that up yesterday. You guys
Yeah.
tried this one yet?
I have tried, yeah, a little bit.
I
have
It's- It's something that I'm not in the mood for right now, but
Yep.
like I could see myself if I'm too stressed out or something,
Mhm.
playing this and getting getting de-stressed.
It is,
It seems very calming.
It's a vibe. It is very calming. This is for those listening. It's the same developer that did like Journey and Abzu and Flower and all that kind of stuff. I'd put this more on the same line of like Journey and like Abzu, I guess. You're a dude who is in a cloak and you ride on a sword, like it's a surfboard, a hoverboard. Yeah. You're going through like the desert. Yep. And you're turning the desert into more aquatic types thing, like water, and there's fish everywhere. I guess whether the Abzu type comes in there, and you can trick and you can Tony Hawk your way through these levels, and it controls so well. It is.
Yeah. Okay.
It is like controls like butter, and the controller is like an extension of like your hand and your mind, because anytime I thought I fucked up and I fucked up some platforming, and I would be like, oh, let me just hit the jump button again and aim this direction, whatever, the game would just somehow cleverly get you back to what you wanted to do, and not in a super sticky feeling way that sometimes games do.
Not like invisible wall or rails or anything. Yeah.
It doesn't like fucking hover you or like suction cup you to like a wall or anything. It just feels good, and you don't miss your rail grinds or like all this trick system is pretty much optional. It's just there for show.
I was going to ask. Okay, cool.
Yeah, right. There are some challenges which can get you more points, and like I don't know what the point of the story is. All I know is I'm feeding this guy who's got this big barrel thing, these gold pyramids I'm finding, and his counter goes to 500. And I've only played the first area, so I got to like a second like area, I guess another biome. And the game doesn't give you any direction, but like this developer, I can't remember what for the life of me the name of the developer was before they changed names and now they're independent. But they do such a good job of directing the player without giving them a marker. It's just visual cues, like. Yep. You'll see some red flags sticking up, and you follow those red flags, and then you'll hit your beacon button, because there's always a button in these games, like in Journey, where you kind of do like the talking, like the I'm reading, and do like this little scan thing. It does that. It'll pop these things, and that'll kind of you'll see these flowers pop up, and you're like, oh, I'm going to follow that trail, and the next thing you know, you're doing all these little tiny puzzles, and then you're like, oh wait, I have to open that big door. These are all connected to that big door, and then you're like, oh shit, and that's how you get to the next area.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, but I'm loving it, man. It's fun. It
seems good.
I'm totally with you though. It's kind of like I'm not sticking to it at one playthrough. It's kind of like I'll play it here and there to kind of chill for a bit and vibe out. Yeah. But
Giant Squid is the name of the
Giant Squid's the new. Yes, that's right. Thank you.
That's the new name, right? They
that's
changed
the new
it
name.
to something else.
Yeah, I can't remember what the old name was. But I like I'm not a huge fan of their games. Like I messed around with Journey was the first one. I was like, holy, I really like this game. This is totally giving me that same feeling. I'm like, I haven't seen any co-op stuff yet, and that was one of the cool parts of Journey was it would just randomly throw you in with somebody not really knowing, and then they're kind of going through the journey with you, and you think it's one person the entire time, but then you see the credits and it shows you all the people that you partnered up with. I'm like, damn, that was cool.
This looks like to be
that game company. That's what they were called before. That game company.
That game company.
We're looking at like a 3-hour runtime on this.
Oh, really? Not a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, not a lot.
Maybe I should just, you know what? I'm thinking of maybe just deleting all
their games
starting
are that.
over. Yeah, I guess they are
all
really
their games
short.
are that long. They're more of they're meant to be. I don't want to say one sitting because that's not usually one sitting.
I think Journey was meant to be done in one sitting.
Yeah, Journey was because Journey was less than 2 hours long, something like that.
I think so. I remember Tanya played Journey back in the day when we were recording an episode, and she finished it while we were recording the show. She loved it.
Oh wow!
So I'm trying to get her to try this one out. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just set aside a few hours one day and just go through the whole thing. Because
nice. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's cool. The other game I've been playing is Unicorn Overlord. I started that up, so I'm about 3 or 4 hours into that. I did throw it to easy though, because that is a pretty hardcore strat. Like you do have to micromanage quite a bit of stuff. And
dude, I have it too. When I play it, I absolutely will be putting it on easy. I am almost 100% positive.
Yeah. I had a battle when I was like, oh, that was way too close to call and way too early in this game for that battle to be like that hard. I'm throwing this to easy because if it starts to get like way too easy, I'll bump it up. But yeah, but I'm liking it. It's a lot of fun so far.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
that's basically it.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
I actually played something new for once.
Woohoo!
Oh, cool.
Beside Sword of the Sea, and Ubisoft brought out, hey, another Prince of Persia game. This one's called The Rogue Prince of Persia.
Oh yeah, they
Guess what?
kind of dropped that by surprise, didn't they?
And it's a roguelike. Surprise there.
That is weird.
Yeah.
That's just a clever name.
So this is a 2D, like, very much in the vein of Dead Cells, which is apropos because, Evil Empire has done some DLC for they're the developers of, they've done some DLC for Dead Cells, like the Castlevania DLC, shit like that.
Nice.
But what kind of sets this apart, I guess, from Dead Cells, is more narrative, I guess. There's story beats and various characters that you come across, that you can recruit and bring back to your camp. Because it's a roguelike, so you go on runs. When you die, you start off the back at camp, and you've got to choose your direction on which way you want to go. Other than that, there's a new mechanic. This is a 2D game, like I said, very much like Dead Cells, but there's like parkour in that you can wall ride. Which is awkward at first because you've never really done that in a 2D game so much. But it's like whenever there's like a background, like a brick wall or something like that behind you, you can hold L2 and you'll kind of like do an arc, like a wall run type arc across the way, and then you can jump and then do air dashes and shit like that. It feels so good. Once you get the hang of that, it was a little clunky at first because there was a new mechanic, but once I got it, it felt just like Dead Cells did, which is to say,
Nice.
very, very good. And it's just fun jumping around. They reward you for like doing like not frame perfect, but like the sequential parkour moves. If you've got like 3 poles that you've got to like you jump across, one by one by one. If you do it at like a rhythmic pattern or something like that, you actually get a bonus to your like a special meter. And that special meter is used for your secondary weapon, which is like a bow or like a hook shot type thing. The main weapons so far that I've come across are like these twin daggers, and the special attack is like you hold down square and you dive right through the series of enemies, just cut right through them, and then you end up on the other side of them. There's also like big axe, there's a spear and shit. So if you play Dead Cells, you're gonna feel right at home, I think, with the mechanics and like just the general loop, I guess. You're going through, you're getting these this currency that you bring back to the camp, and you use that currency to unlock more powers and more weapons and shit like that. So there's persistent progression. There's different paths to unlock. It's really, really good, and it's also a budget price game. I think I want to say it was like $30
too,
yeah,
which is not bad.
I did play the tutorial. I didn't play too much of it though, so I liked what I played. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm not a huge roguelike fan, but it's I did like
Dead
what
Cells,
I played.
though, right?
I did. Dead Cells is one of the few roguelites that I actually enjoy. I never finished it though. But
okay.
it's definitely one of the ones I enjoyed.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah, the ones
like this one as well.
that give you some sort of progression as you go, like for a better starting point. Those are the rogue like games that I can actually tolerate.
Yep.
So and most of them are going that direction now. Yeah.
I like it. I totally forgot about that game, honestly. Like I know it hit early access like last year or something, or earlier this year. Like so.
Yeah, this is the first time I've heard of it in a long time. But
it's very pretty, like stylistically, it looks really good.
Like it's got really flat, like illustrations. It's a design choice, clearly,
Yes,
but
absolutely.
and not necessarily the highest quality animation either. But it's a smaller budget price game. So, but I will say the music's really good too. So it's got like a lot of like apropos instruments, we'll say, that kind of fit into the the motif, but then it's got like a modern spin on it as well. So it sounds really good.
I hope
It's
it does
cool.
well.
Yeah, I hope so
Prince of
too.
Persia's had 2 shots in the last year, and the first one didn't hit. I mean, it hit. The game
It
was
is.
awesome,
Should
but
I
have.
thought
it
it. Yeah, I thought it
should have.
did
It didn't
It
really,
was
land in terms
really
of an
great.
well.
audience. Yeah.
But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with this. I thought it was going to be. Well, I didn't think they'd be able to do something as good as the other Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
But this is
Lost
shaping up
Crown.
pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Good
definitely gonna
stuff.
give it a shot. For
But
sure.
yeah, that's it for me. Besides, just beat 'em ups and retro stuff. So nothing new to report there. How about Chris? Yeah.
I don't have anything new to report either. I didn't get a whole lot of time to play this week, but
Yeah.
it was mostly Shadow Labyrinth, just trying to finish that up. I did get to the final boss, so I know that I kind of talked about
Okay.
the drama last
Yep.
week and so what's
You got
interesting
good.
is what's interesting is like when I went back to it, the next time I faced that boss, I beat him.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
and then I went
That's how
to
it goes.
the
Uh-huh.
following boss, and he took me like 2 tries. And then I think I take that back. The following boss, you can't damage him right away. So there's something you have to do in order to get him to be damageable. As soon as I figured out what to do, I beat him that try. And then the fourth one, the fourth tablet, I beat him first try. And then I went to the final boss because right after that is the final boss. That's what I discovered.
Mhm.
So this game, do not be surprised if it's on my game of the year list, but it certainly won't be in the top 5
Top 5. Yeah.
because this is a good game that is being held back from being great by like a handful of severe bad design decisions.
Mm.
And the final boss is is an example of that.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them. And
Mhm.
if you
Oh
die,
boy.
you repeat all 4 of them.
Awesome.
No,
So
I don't like that.
and that's the thing. It's like this game, it's like as I play it, I have so much fun playing it, guys. I really
Mhm.
do. It's a great little Metroidvania. The
Little.
navigation, like no,
Yeah.
it's definitely not nil. Actually, I'm gonna post the map. I found like some dude put together a map and
Wait,
I'm
there
glad he
isn't an
did
in-game
because
map?
no, there is, but he put
Okay.
together the map, the whole map with all the items and everything like that.
Oh,
Oh,
Because
okay.
I knew I was missing at least one area, and I didn't know where it was. So I skipped an entire area. So I got to the end boss, realized I had to bosses, and realized I had to fight them all over again, and said, fuck it, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go look for this other area. And I went and I did that whole other area, got all the stuff in there, and this is a completely optional area that has all these like it's all optional stuff that you can get. Full on day night cycle. Like when it goes to nighttime, all the flowers that are in the area turn pink and go poison on you. So
Ooh,
there's
fun.
like campfires at your save points so you can rest and go to the next morning. So like just interesting how they like this one optional area has all these little extra mechanics to them. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. There's so much of that in this game. I'm over 30 hours into this game. It's a Metroidvania, and I'm still having fun with it. But it's these design decisions that they made that's like, why do you
Mhm.
do these things? And this is what's holding back your game from being great. And I don't know. It's frustrating because it definitely could have been easily an A tier Metroidvania, but it's
Yeah.
like there's just a few things holding it back, and I think the final boss thing is probably the most severe. It's like I only did it. I've only tried to fight him twice so far. Um, the good thing is I've gotten so uh I've gotten to the point where I can get through the other 3 fights pretty easily, and
Mhm.
you get healed right before you go into the last one, so it's not like you're
Okay, that's
going
at
in
least
there
a good, yeah.
limping.
Mhm.
So it's just the fact that, your game is not respecting my time.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's like with
Let's
all
pad
the
it
games
out
that are out
and
there, yeah, with all the games that are out there right now, you're making me do extra, and you're not respecting my time. So, I didn't need the extra, 15 minutes it takes to get to the boss, the actual final boss, every time, right? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean,
It's
good.
it sounds like this could have used a really good like early access patch.
Yes,
Not
Mhm.
yes.
patch, but pass, I guess. And it
Mhm.
should have been out for maybe a month or two and had that kind of feedback from players. I think there's some games that would really benefit, and this sounds like one of
Yeah,
them.
I think it would have too because, again, it's like I haven't really commented many negatives, right? But they're just
Mhm.
so severe. It's like it's the checkpoint thing, like the difficulty spike on mainly that one boss, but some of the bosses, this final boss chain, um, and there is a pretty big lack of direction. Like there are ways to um and it's very possible that I just didn't catch it when they talked about it, but when I go into the menu and look at how to do certain moves, it doesn't really talk about, it doesn't go over some of the things that may have been mentioned before, like, there's a there's a ground pound, essentially. You
Mhm.
can take your sword and use, ESP power and do, like, a quake move. Well, that quake move can destroy blocks that are on the ground, certain blocks that are on the
Mm.
ground. Well, I found out today that if there's like these like jellyfish bouncy mushroom things, and if you actually ground pound one of those, it shoots you the
Oh,
opposite
nice.
direction, and you
Cool.
can break the like big walls that are on the ceiling. And that opened up like 3 or 4 new areas for me because I just figured that out. And, like, I always saw them and I'm like, "How do I break these things?" They don't really go into a lot of the communication of how you do that isn't very
Mhm.
good.
Yeah.
So, like, that's it. Those 4 things. Like, you fix those 4 things, you got a great game. Like, you absolutely do. So, I don't know.
It needed more
It's
like
a love-hate
environmental
thing right now.
storytelling, like mechanic telling, like Super Metroid. When you get the wall bounce, the little creatures do it before you, and they kind of show you
Yeah.
what to do. And yeah, they needed something like that.
Mhm.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, very much a love-hate relationship with this game right now, and, I'm gonna beat it. It's just a matter of sitting down and suffering through the
Oh
final boss chain. It's
shit,
just it's kinda weird.
that
Oh,
sucks, man.
Puck is a female,
But
which I thought was interesting
okay,
because
yeah, like a Samus deal,
Puck is based on Pac-Man,
right?
and there's a Miss Pac-Man, so,
Hmm.
you know,
I've seen
but,
a bow. That not that you need a bow to be female, but
Um, honestly, the story behind the game overall, her name is Thebe, and no, she just was she's taking on that form, like she's using that body essentially. It's not her real form, so it's an
is that
interesting
a
concept.
spoiler or is just like something that
Not
wasn't
really. It's you
Yeah,
you
was this
learn
like
that
a
like right at the
Metroid
beginning.
ending type thing? Like,
No, no, no. You learn that right at the beginning.
okay? Yeah, it's
But,
curious.
but yeah, it's still a good game. I'm still gonna beat it. I just wanna be done, though. I'm ready. I'm ready to be done with it. I don't think this is gonna be one of those Metroidvanias where I 100% things. It's just not,
Yeah,
um, it's not, quality of life for it is not there to do that.
yeah,
So,
it's a bummer.
yeah.
Sorry, man.
understandable.
That's alright. It's still fun, man. That's what I'm getting at. It's like
Hmm.
Yeah, no,
everybody
yeah.
listening,
Yeah.
it's like, don't if you're interested in playing it, still play it. Just be aware that
No, I think you're
there's
like
these
me, is like
2
when you
things.
enjoy a game that's flawed, you wanna make sure that people understand the flaws that you're seeing past because, like,
Exactly.
we take pride in recommending games to people, and the last thing we wanna do is be like, totally say, "Oh no, it's I'm liking this game, so it's definitely awesome. You guys should go play it." They play it, they're like, "Well, it has all these issues. I hated it." And it's like, "Nah, we want to let people know like there are gonna be these issues you might have. If you can see past
These are
these
our
issues,
disclaimers.
you're gonna like it." Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's it for me. I plan to finish it up this week, hopefully, and then try and finish up Ninja Gaiden before Shinobi comes out.
Oh yeah, I
Because
forgot about that.
if I don't finish it before Shinobi comes out, I'm not going to finish it.
Yeah.
So that's the way that's going to work. So
Can't play more than one ninja game at a time. Doesn't work that way.
It's difficult. It's difficult.
Well, speaking of Shinobi,
yes. You want to do that now?
Yes.
May as well.
All right.
Yes, we do.
Jason, this was your giveaway, sir. Pick a number.
Oh, okay. Pick a number from what to what?
1 to 10.
1 to 10? 5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just so everybody knows what I'm doing is I'm
sorry. We gotta do it. It's gonna stop me now. Okay.
I'm randomizing the list multiple times just so we have a good, random selection. So, winner of Shinobi is Steak Headache.
Steak Headache.
From
hey,
Discord.
congrats.
Yes.
Cool.
So congrats, Steak Headache. We will be in touch with you to give you your code, or get your information, I guess.
I wonder if that's a steak because of a headache because of too much steak, or does steak give
not enough steak?
I think it's not enough steak.
steak.
Yeah,
not enough.
It's got to be lack of steak headache.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Congrats.
Good deal.
That's cool.
Well,
and it's the deluxe version, so you get to play it 3 days early.
That's right. Which date is that? Saturday? Next
26th.
Wednesday?
So Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. Oh, shit.
Yep.
Yeah, you get to. It comes out on Friday, if I remember correctly, and then
26th of the Tuesday.
27th. Then.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it comes out on Friday and it's a 3-day, it should be.
Yeah, then it should be the 26th.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. I know we're going to be doing other giveaways throughout the year, so stay tuned for our next one. We're not sure what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to continue to do this because we love being able to do it for you. So, thank you all for joining and for entering the giveaway, and we'll get another one soon, hopefully.
Hell cool. Yeah.
Yay.
All right. Gamescom?
Oh, yeah, that kind of happened.
Yeah, that kind of happened. How are we doing this time around?
I don't know. So we don't need to cover everything. It's kind of just what kind of tickled our fancy. Well, let's get.
I watched that whole opening.
There's not a lot, but before we get to that, there's some other basic news stuff we can do before we get.
Yeah, let's do it.
Before we go into that, number one, I guess, PlayStation, Sony, they finally cut the cord and they increased their hardware prices in North America. I shouldn't say North America. I should say United States.
Yeah.
It was already increased here. So it's now everywhere, where US was the one that was holding out the longest. So it is basically $50 more.
That's not the way these things are supposed to go.
No, it's not.
Way more now than it did when it. Oh my God!
Come on, this is ridiculous.
All consoles now this fall are going to be more expensive.
Everything is overpriced right now. I don't get it.
Yep, I'm really afraid
because Nintendo released the Switch 2 at a higher price than we expected. They raised the price of the regular Switch, right?
Yeah,
and I think they raised the price of the Switch 2. I think too, didn't they? Or maybe they haven't done that yet.
They haven't done that yet. It's still $450, $500 right now. And then Microsoft raised theirs too, right?
Yep.
And they did consoles and accessories.
They did, yes, I think. Yeah. I think they've all done consoles and accessories except for Sony. I think Sony's accessories are still the same.
They haven't raised them yet. Like I completely expect it to happen. So
yeah.
Ugh.
They're all going to test the market and see what happens. So,
oh shit!
If they keep selling, then they're not going to lower anything.
can I retroactively talk about something? Because I
I mean,
completely
yeah, why
forgot
not?
until we started talking about accessories. Um, I finally got my Jason. I don't know if you've done this before yet. I think you have already, but I finally got my PSVR 2 hooked up to my PC.
Oh yeah, I've done
Yeah,
that.
and it works really
Totally.
well for the most
It
part.
does. Mm-hmm.
Now, like I feel like I have to reset the whole goddamn thing every time I use it, but
If you go back and forth between the PC and the PlayStation, yeah, you
mhm.
definitely have to reset those every time because the Bluetooth connection changes. So you need to do that
No,
every
I just
time.
mean using it on PC multiple times. Like
Oh really?
I used it, got it hooked up, used it, and the next day I had
Mm-hmm.
to well it might be my PC because I had to restart my PC because it was kind of uh it was very stuttery. It was not smooth. And
Yeah.
VR not smooth is awful.
Yep.
So
That sucks.
um but yeah, it worked pretty well. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I was having trouble with one of my controllers
Mm-hmm.
because it was going crazy on me. Hooked up to PC, it doesn't do that. So it must be the receiver. Maybe it's the receiver in the PS5. I don't know.
Could
But
be.
I was able to easily play Beat Saber on PC with my PSVR 2. So yeah, I kind of forgot to mention that, but yeah,
How'd you
sorry.
connect? Do you have one of those connecting dongle things like I have?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I don't know if there's any other
The
way to
official
hook
one
it
that
up.
they
Yeah.
released,
Yeah.
I don't think there is. Yeah, I think that I know the homebrew community was working on something. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure how much further it went after they released an official accessory,
Yeah.
right? So, but yeah, I got it all hooked up. I had to get a new cable because I don't actually have anything that's DisplayPort.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get a DisplayPort cable, and that was pretty much the last hoop I had to jump through. But yeah, it works pretty well. I was pretty impressed.
Gotcha.
That's it. Sorry. A little
Oh,
random
no worries.
bit.
Glad you got it working, man. You got your Beat Saber
Yeah,
back.
Yeah.
I did. I got my
Got a
Beat Saber
whole. You can unlock everything all over again. It's great.
That's right.
back.
Another part of the news that probably deserves its own little comment is Silk Song finally got a release date.
Oh,
Hey,
and
Yeah, it's coming
is
out
it soon?
it's
September
very soon.
4th. It is in like
Wow. Like,
less than 2 weeks. And
yeah,
it's
talk
coming
about
out
shadow drop.
the same. Well, that's not a shadow drop, but
I know, but it's
yeah.
like nobody expected it that soon. That's kind of what I'm getting
Yeah.
at.
They are releasing it the same week of like a lot of other games.
Yeah.
Which I wonder if a lot of those games now are like fuck, because Silk Song seems like it's going to be like the GTA 6 of like the indie world. It's like because so many people are going to be playing that for sure.
Yeah.
And I'll
I
play it
don't know if
eventually.
this is true. I don't know if this is true, but there was um I saw a little discussion about why it took so long for Silk Song to be put out.
Okay.
And you know, I know it started out as DLC, right,
Mm-hmm.
originally, and then they branched it off to their own game. But apparently, and again, I don't know if this is true or not, but from what this discussion was talking about, it took so long because they just were having way too much fun developing the game,
Yeah.
and they had so much money from Hollow Knight that they
Yeah,
didn't
they
have to
just
worry
took
about
their time.
deadlines or anything, and they just took their time. So
Yeah.
I that's a good story. I like that story. You know, it's like I want you to make the game that you want to make, and you know, longtime listeners know I was not a huge fan of Hollow Knight as much as I love Metroidvanias. But I'm buying Silksong regardless because I want to support that type of game creation and that type of environment. So I will be voting with my dollars for Silksong in this case. And then whether I liked it or not, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. I'll try it for
You know
sure.
what's what my favorite part of the announcement was? Is that
Mm.
they didn't give it to Keeley.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah. It
gave
wasn't on
Keeley a
the.
30-second like gameplay trailer saying, "Hey, all right, we're gonna be up for sure
Yeah.
this year." And then like a day later, they're like,
Yeah.
They
"Oh
did
By
their
the
yeah."
way,
own
it's in
thing.
2 weeks.
They
had
had their
like
own minute and a half like announcement
yeah.
stream thing, or like 2
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah, that's funny. He was probably pissed at that. He was
I'm
probably like,
sure.
"Fuck yeah."
that's
Oh,
so funny though.
it
I
is
mean,
funny.
I gotta say this, like, I can't
Good for
tell
them.
you how exciting it is to me that one of the most anticipated games this year is like an indie Metroidvania. Like it's
Yeah.
fantastic. I love it. I love it.
One that you don't like, Chris.
It's still, still supporting the genre.
No,
So
no, I know, I
that's what
know.
I'm saying.
I don't know why it didn't click for. I'd have to go back and try it because it didn't click with me
It's the
either.
maps.
So I
It was the
didn't.
maps for
It's
Yeah,
me.
the maps. Yeah,
yeah.
for me because Metroidvanias are about in my the way I play them and the way that I enjoy them is that when as you progress the game, you're progressing your character. You're progressing with new skills and new things that you can do, right? The way that you explore changes because you have new moves. Maybe it's that you get a double jump or you get a wolf or a bat or a mist. I don't know where those came from, but
Hmm.
but for Hollow Knight, it just felt like all you were doing essentially was getting new ways to open up the map, and that was it.
Hmm.
Everything you collected had to do with how you create the map, and that really just didn't sit with me. So,
Well, we'll see what happens with Silksong.
yep.
We'll see what if that hits or not. Because there's going to be a lot of games coming out that week. Like, I mean, Shinobi's right before that. I think I
Mhm.
Yeah.
made a list in the Discord. I think there's like 7 or 8 games coming out like that week.
Yeah, I saw that list
And
you
they're
put up
not
there.
all
That was
small
crazy.
games either. There's some big like Chronos is that week, and Gears is that week. Helldivers is that week.
Oh shit.
Hell is Us is that week. There's just so much shit that week. But anyway, so
Yeah.
on to the first night, open night live. Well, we'll only pretty much talk about this or anything in general. What are some things that caught your guys' eye? We won't go through them one at a time. Just a couple things you have. If you don't have anything, then we don't really have much to talk about because a
Um,
lot of the stuff is stuff we already knew. Just kind of like updates, but there was some new stuff that they showed.
so I don't know if it was new or not, but La Divina Commedia. That's what it was called.
Chlamydia?
It's
What?
Well, what's that now? There's a cream for that,
Commedia.
man.
Commedia. It was a third person fantasy action game and looks
Okay.
very Souls like, but it looks very fast paced. So I'm interested to see what that is. Um, but yeah, it was an interesting trailer that they showed off. It was the one with the dude that had his mouth sewn together. Like, I
Oh,
don't know if you remember that.
no,
I
I
don't.
don't.
Um,
This one is not. I feel like this
Yeah.
would be something I'd be like, oh, that looks cool, but I don't remember this at all. His
yeah,
mouth sewn together.
yeah, and I don't I have to go back and listen to more of the information around it again, but if I remember
Hmm.
correctly, they were saying that it was gonna be it's gonna have Souls-like pieces to it. So, but yeah, I mean that was one of the ones that caught my eye.
Gotcha. One of the ones that caught mine wasn't even shown in the main show because I guess they didn't pony up the money
Hmm.
to get the prime time tier on Keeley's shows, the pregame stuff. But that's the Valor Mortis game. Did you
Oh
see
yeah.
that?
Yeah, that
That's
does look
the
neat.
it's the
I
Ghost
didn't see
Runner
that.
devs who did Ghost Runner 1 and 2, and those games are pretty cool. Hard as hell, but
What was it
they're
called?
fun. Ghost Runner 2 was what they first did, but this is called Valor Mortis. It's a first person kind of like I think they're even touting this as like a first person Souls like type deal. But it
Oh
takes
yeah.
place in like the Napoleon era or whatever, and you're fighting with like melee weapons and like old ass guns and shit, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's all. I didn't
Hmm.
really see too much more on it other than that, but Ghost Runner was fun, and I didn't play 2, but I heard 2 was really good too. So that one is definitely on my radar.
One that stood out to me that was during the show, there was actually a bunch of stuff that was announced or like gave updates on that
Mm-hmm.
I really liked. But one thing that was a surprise and was announced at the show was the Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I
Um,
was wondering if you were gonna mention that one.
yeah, I don't traditionally love Lego games, but this one looks to be like
It's an Arkham game,
it's like
It
an
basically.
looks
Arkham
like it's a
game.
Lego Arkham game, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and it's like a greatest hits as well. So it's like covering, like 89 Batman and shit and the newest Batman as well. Or the Batman, I guess it's called. Um, this looks really neat
I thought it
and
looked
it
really
looks
cool.
funny. Yeah, was a good showing, I think, and like doing it in like an Arkham style is smart. Because you really got to like got to do something to the gameplay to shake it up. That old Lego formula is tried and true, but like it's
exactly
a little stale.
Exactly. All the Lego games feel the
they
same.
all play the same.
You know, it's like it's being able to change up the gameplay a bit is going to be a big key to the success of that game.
Mm-hmm.
Lords of the Fallen 2 was announced.
Yeah.
Black Myth Wukong. Well, it's not Wukong this time. It's Black
Right.
Myth.
Yeah.
It's another
Q?
Chinese character. Yeah, so that's been announced for all platforms and everything. Who knows when that will come out? I'm not too sure. Wukong was fun. Wukong was good. So I'm sure this one will be just as quality. I don't know. Nothing else really like. I'm going through, and I remember watching it, and I was like, the show didn't blow me away by any means. I didn't think it was like awful, but there was nothing that really grabbed me. And I wasn't expecting much because usually Gamescom doesn't usually have like these huge reveals or anything.
Right.
Ghost of Yote multiplayer, I think that was announced there.
Yeah.
The
that'll be cool.
Co-op. I'm wondering what that's going to be. If it's going to be a situation where they kind of integrate what they did with Tsushima, or if it's going to be a different mode.
It's
I don't know if
later,
you guys ever. I don't know if you guys played the Tsushima multiplayer, but it was really good.
No. Yeah,
it was really really good.
Have heard.
Yeah,
it's not standalone, right? Like it's built into the game as well.
No, it's DLC. It's built into the game,
and it's not till like 2026 as well. So,
this multiplayer is 2027. Yeah, 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good stuff.
There was some stuff that was near and dear to me that got announced both pre-show and then after show. One was the He-Man and the Master of the Universe beat 'em up.
Oh yeah, that looked pretty cool.
Super excited about that. I forgot the name of the developers, but they've done a lot of like pixel style games. So they've got a pedigree, I guess. So hopefully this will be good. Another one is from Gunn, who did the Friday the 13th game. They're going to do Halloween now.
Yeah.
What the hell? Why not?
Yeah.
They just, I don't know how they keep getting these licenses, but I'm not sure if, we'll see how it goes. But what I'm mostly excited about for this one is there's a single player mode. So it's not just the asymmetrical survival stuff. You get to play as Michael Myers, killing fools, babysitters and whatnot. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Go ahead.
My biggest yeehaw was, again, one that really wasn't in the main show either, and was kind of, they were showing the game off of at like the outlets and stuff like that, and that's Replaced is still alive.
Oh my god!
So I was very happy to see that.
Replaced, dude, Chris, this looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome, and it's been in the works for a while, and it's kind of gone dark for a while, and they had the developers like being interviewed, and they showed like an extensive like gameplay demos and stuff, and I was like, okay,
good. Which also has like Arkham style combat, which is
it does actually, yes, 2D Arkham style combat, yeah,
it's neat.
Yep, and that's hitting next year. They kind of alluded to it'd be like early 2026, so I can't wait for that. That looks really fun. Looks really good.
Bubsy 3D,
Bubsy,
4D?
That's right. Yeah,
I'm kidding. That looks awful. That looks.
No, I'm saying that's right. As that was a thing that was announced. Yeah. I have no appreciation for Bubsy. I have no connection to Bubsy. It's never.
Yeah.
Even
I remember all the ads.
Ironically or not, this was an awful trailer. Like the humor just did not land whatsoever. It was gross. Not fun. Monster Hunter Wilds is getting chocobos. That's what they are. That's exciting. And Final Fantasy
and vice versa
stuff too.
Final Fantasy is getting some monsters to hunt, it seems.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
So Onimusha and Ninja Gaiden, they brought both of those back up, and I know we're
pretty
excited about those.
Yeah.
So the one that had me interested, and then I was a little cautious about it, was Cinder City. It looks like a third person action title. Like when I originally started seeing the trailer, it reminded me of like less obviously less stylized and less sci-fi, but just watching the gameplay, it reminded me of Vanquish a little bit, without the sliding.
Oh man.
But then I as I continued to watch, I started seeing a lot more, like there were helicopters involved, and I'm like, oh, this is way different. And it looks like it might be a massively multiplayer thing, so I'm a
Yeah,
little
dude.
bit hesitant on that respect. So
I saw NCSoft at the head of that trailer, and I noped out. I'm like,
oh yeah.
this is not the City of Heroes of old.
Mm.
But yeah, they've been doing all kinds of gotcha games and such. So, or free to play MMOs.
Yeah, I think it was so. I think one of the things that got me on the Vanquish trip is that if you sprint, he's got like a rocket on his back that kicks
Nice.
in. So I don't know, maybe that was part of it, but it looks interesting. I just don't know if I want to play a multiplayer game like that. So
Did you guys see anything about Lego Voyagers? This is another Lego game, but this is like from the developers of like Split Fiction and It Takes Two. But you play as these, it's like an overhead isometric style that's made entirely out of Legos, and it's got an almost realistic, like tilt shift look to it. But you play as these 1x1 Legos that have like an eyeball, and you just kind of tumble around. You keep rolling everywhere, and then you can interact with things. It's like a one button game essentially, but it's co-op. And it's got the same style co-op. You get a friend's pass, and it's multi-platform and shit like that. So you buy the game once, and then invite your friend to play. But it's like you're picking up Legos and like building a bridge and shit like that to get across. But it's really light. It's really light in puzzles. It looks really fun. It's very charming.
It's kind of adorable.
Yeah.
I'm watching the video for it now. It's kind of adorable.
But like they sing and stuff like that, because they don't talk to one another, and there's no like in-game chat. So they sing to one another to get the other's attention. Is adorable.
That's only 3 weeks away too. September 15th.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Interesting.
Mini games.
September's the new October.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Cool.
That's kind of all I had, man. I didn't see a whole lot of other things that were.
Whatever.
There were a couple of games that I was like,
just too much.
Yeah, there were a couple of games that I'm like, is that something that was popular and I just didn't know? Like, was it Cult of the Lamb? Is that?
Oh, Cult of the Lamb was pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, it wasn't
big?
huge,
Okay,
but it was very popular.
I think it was pretty huge, but.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that one, so to be honest with you, so
but I say it wasn't huge. I don't mean like they didn't sell like 15 million type thing, but it was for an indie thing. It was like it did really well.
It was rather adorable.
It was the talk of the town for a while.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that one kind of caught my eye, and then of course the other thing that I was the only thing that I was super excited about wasn't even a game. It was Fallout Season 2. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks. Oh,
what happened?
What happened?
We got a cat.
Oh, we got a cat.
She jumped up for the first time ever.
Oh,
hello.
Hey, Lulu. She finally got the courage to jump up here.
Nice.
It's only a matter of time before we start hearing "fuck Lulu."
Yeah. Hey.
That's awesome.
Anyway, that's it for Gamescom, I think. Probably it for the show, actually. And that's just something else you guys want to talk about.
I don't have anything at this point. I'm just hoping that I have more games to talk about next week.
We'll get you there.
Well, Shinobi. We'll be talking about Shinobi next week.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess. Well, if it comes out on Friday, we'll
I got the deluxe
on Saturday.
edition.
I got the deluxe.
I'll be playing it on Wednesday or Tuesday or whatever day it is.
I didn't pre-order it yet, so I'm planning on it. But cool. Well, that's a show then. Thank you all for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please tell a few friends about us. And if you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. All those things help us. Come by the Discord and chat with us. It's in the description. And if you want to support what we do, you can go to our Patreon, which is also in the description. And you can also find it at interactivedistractions.com on our Linktree. And we appreciate all of our patrons. And one of the perks of the Patreon subscriptions is that you get multiple entries into our giveaways. So we've had a couple of people that that benefited from that already. But yeah, so we thank all of our patrons for their support. And
Thank you.
Thanks for helping us keep the lights on. So until next time, my name is Chris.
I'm Jason.
I'm Geoff.
Play your games, and we'll talk to you next time.